are watching on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. My name is Wilson Fury. Please hit the bell notification and stay up to date with what's happening within our amazing community that's really growing exponentially. I'm very excited for what's going to be happening in 2022. So, yeah, we firstly want Wesley to talk to us a little bit about what's happening within the market. So I think that would be the first step. We've also got 𝙏𝙗𝙖𝙣 on the call. And 𝙏𝙗𝙖𝙣, I'd also like your input there. I'm sure that you guys are looking at a couple projects. And as you all know, the first thing you need to do with crypto is you need to buy and hold some coin. So that is what's very important for me about a Saturday morning meeting. Even if you don't even get into RoyalQ, the first thing you need to do is you need to buy some crypto every month. If you get your salary and you want to take some money and put it in somewhere, buy crypto. Go do some research. We're going to give you great coins going forward of what you should be holding in your bags, and just forget about it. When me and Wesley got into the space, Ethereum was sitting at $150. It's now sitting at almost 4,000. So, you know, that's a lesson that we learned there. And that's the most important thing, you know, buy and hold crypto. So Wesley, take it away there, buddy.
Okay, so let me just maybe do some disclaimers quickly before we get going. So thank you for being on the call today. Just letting you guys know that Wilson and myself are not financial advisors. Nothing that we say here should be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice. Please do your own research before investing in any project, and understand that cryptocurrencies are very volatile and risky assets to be invested in. With that being said, I'm going to just be sharing a little presentation that I've done for you guys, and thereafter we'll go have a look at some charts. So if you just give me a second here, I'm going to share my screen quickly. Let me know once you can see that. Let's have a look, share that. Right.
There we go.
Can you guys see my screen? Okay.
Yes, I can. But
okay, awesome. So before I jump into any kind of charts, any kind of analysis around the market and what's happening now, I just like to always take a step back and have a look at the bigger picture. So the bigger picture, or the thing behind the thing, is Bitcoin. Okay. So why are we so passionate about Bitcoin? Why are we so passionate about cryptocurrency? The reason for that is because we believe that the current money system is due for major disruption and reform. Out of all of the major industries in the world, the agricultural industry, the industrial industry, the digital industry, all of those aforementioned industries have had massive disruption and had massive reform. The only industry that's yet to have a big reform is the financial industry, and it is actually currently happening. And the reason why that this system needs to be reformed is because it is an antiquated and fundamentally corrupt centralized system. As you can see over here, we've got a chart which indicates the purchasing value of the US dollar since 1920. So you can see, if you had to put the dollars from 1920 into real terms, into today's terms, $1 would actually buy you 26 times more than what you can get with a single dollar today. Or if I can state that in a different way, over the past 100 years, the US dollar has lost 96% of its purchasing power. Right? And the reason for that is because it's centrally controlled, and the governments keep on printing more and more money, and they're diluting the supply. So by just holding money, right, by just holding fiat currency and putting money in the bank and putting money under the bed, or wherever you guys actually invest your cash money, right? It is a strategy in the very, very long term. It's a very good strategy in the long term to become poor, right? So there's a saying that we've got, is that cash is trash, right? And this is the reason why. So if you can see on top here, the main chart that you're looking at, this is the performance of Bitcoin over the past 2 years. Unfortunately, I don't have a chart that goes any further back, but I can get one and shared with you guys later. But I think that this chart illustrates the purpose. So here we can see that Bitcoin has had parabolic growth over the past 2 years. If you look at it over the past decade, it looks even better. So you can see that the actual traditional money that we're holding is losing value and Bitcoin is increasing in value. You must understand that Bitcoin is fundamentally different to our normal money system. It is the hardest, truest, and best form of money that the human species has ever seen. There's only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoin in circulation. So as a store of value, it's been likened to digital gold, and it's going to become the apex asset for people to hold if you want to sustain and grow wealth in the future. So I'm just going to go to this next page over here. So here you've got a guy with a wheelbarrow full of money, right? And what he's doing is he's not on the way to go buy a house or to buy a car. This guy is on his way to go buy a loaf of bread, right? This is what happens in third world countries like Venezuela, like Zimbabwe, where inflation has actually spiraled to a point where it's hyperinflation. The money is actually not even worth the paper that it's printed on, and eventually you'll need to go to the shop with bucky loads full of money to go buy your groceries, right? Have a look at this video. This is a video from South America, and you can see that people don't want to even hold the money, right? You can walk down the street, you can just see piles of money that people have dumped there, because this money, if you see $1 million of the local Venezuelan money lying on the floor, it's not even worth your time to stop, bend over and pick it up. That's how worthless the money is. And unfortunately, this is an extreme example, right? But this is actually what is going to happen to every single currency in the world, right? Because it's centrally controlled. That is why we believe in Bitcoin. Okay, I'm just going to go to the next slide here. Before I jump into the charts, right, it's just something that that Wilson and myself, always propagate when we teach people how to invest, and when we share some of the tactics and strategies that we've learned, is that it's always a good idea to be fearful when others are greedy, and to be greedy when others are fearful. So in other words, we are hoping that as a community we can teach you guys how to invest your money properly, and actually basically do the opposite of what most retail investors do, because most retail investors end up buying the top and selling the bottom, and you should actually be doing the opposite. At the moment now, there's a lot of fear in the market. There's still a lot of fear in the market. We've had Bitcoin come off an all-time high, kind of mid-November last year. It hit about $69,000, and it's pulled all the way back down to the low 40s at the moment. So there is a lot of fear, and there's a lot of people that's actually kind of getting out of cryptocurrency. But this is, I cannot state this enough, this is the best time. This is really, really the best time to be actually entering the cryptocurrency market, because you've got a unique opportunity to buy a local bottom. And we are expecting over the next 6 to 9 months that Bitcoin is going to make a full recovery. It's going to reclaim a new all-time high, and there's going to be a lot of money that you guys can earn in that process.
Okay. Can I just add something there before you go on?
Sure.
The amazing thing for me about this greed and fear index is anyone can go Google it, and you can go Google the Bitcoin greed and fear index. And when you scroll down, you can literally see the chart of the greed and fear index. And it was just last week where we told people, look here, the last time the greed and fear index was 10, which was extreme fear, it was literally just before the market exploded like it did in May. And I mean, last week we told people, look here, it's 10. This is the time you buy. And within a week, I mean, the market went up a couple percent. I mean, it's not a green candle that we were looking for, but it's so amazing to see the correlation between the chart of the greed and fear index and what the price of the coin does. I mean, it's not an indicator that you should use for trading, but it's definitely a starting point. And I mean, it was just last week when it was 10. Now it's already at 23. So if people just bought in when it was at 10 last week, they would have already made money.
You see the sentiment, as I mentioned, the sentiment now, you can see last week was 10. You can see there it is 10. We're still actually in extreme fear, right? So that means that we're still at some kind of local macro bottom, right? So it's a brilliant time to be starting your journey in cryptocurrency. Because unfortunately, right, if people that are not in the cryptocurrency industry, I'm talking about Joe Soap retail investor, the only time that you guys end up hearing about cryptocurrency is when cryptocurrency is pumping, when Bitcoin is going to 100,000. Then a lot of people are going to get sucked into this industry. And understand, if you get in there, right, you buy in the top, you've got a massive amount of risk. At the moment now, nobody's interested in Bitcoin, right? Because of all of this fear and FUD in the market. This is the best time, right? This is when the big boys are going to be entering the market. And you always want to be swimming in the same direction as the whales. So one last slide I wanted to say is just based on everything that I've said, right, about the current financial system coming to the end of its life. A lot of people are becoming having their minds opened up and are becoming awakened to the fact that the current money and banking and financial system is a corrupt, outdated system, and those are all the problems. And I can honestly say, hand on my heart, I've got the deepest convictions that Bitcoin is the solution. So that's a very, very good saying of behavior. Nothing is more powerful than an idea whose time has come. This is definitely the time for Bitcoin, and 2022 is definitely going to be your year if you're willing to lock hands with us and we'll walk this journey with us and we'll work the system. So I just want to go across to some charts now very quickly. Here we go. So I'm not going to show you many charts today. I just want to focus on the granddaddy, the big boy, Bitcoin. So at the moment, as I've just said, more or less around mid-November last year, we had an all-time high of 69,000. That was a very significant moment for us because we did actually make a new higher high. You can see over here, this was from March last year. So we did actually make a higher high. So that definitely confirms that we're still actually in a bull market, and we still actually are expecting Bitcoin to continue to rally. As you can see over here, there's a very, very long-term, I'm just going to clean up this chart a bit, sorry guys. There's a very, very long-term bull support line here. And you can see that we've come down in March. We came down to test it. We had a big reaction. I think that was probably almost 2 months of just the price just going up. I think that if you bought Bitcoin here and you sold over there, you would have made more than twice your money back. And then now, since we made that all-time high in November last year, we actually have had a bit of a cool down over here, and we've come right back down to this trend line here to support. And as you can see, guys, look what happens. The moment that we touch this trend line, there we had the first touch. Look, we had that big rally. We had the second touch, another rally. We're right down here in the buying zone, right? So this is the best time to be entering. And I can tell you, there's no reason to look at any other chart, because if you understand exactly what's happening with Bitcoin, you're going to understand the momentum and the flow of the rest of this cryptocurrency industry. So right now, all I can say is that it is a brilliant time to buy. I am expecting a bit more sideways accumulation, maybe one or two more tests of this trend line. And then once we're ready to move up, I think we're going to definitely make an all-time high. And I'm looking at my next target. I've got it mapped out here at about 98,000, just shy of 100,000. That's kind of where I'm seeing the Bitcoin go after we reclaim the all-time high of 69,000. So Wilson, is there anything else in particular that you wanted to see? I mean, there's not really a lot going on at the moment, because, like I said, everything.
No, I mean, now that we've got you and Driekus on the call, one of the things I'm really passionate about is coins that you guys are looking at. So if there's any coins that you've been looking at this week that you can share with the community, Driekus, I know you have also been keeping a close eye on the market, and there's a couple projects that you like. Before I get into RoyalQ, we need to buy crypto, guys. The point that Wesley showed you about the Bitcoin price, the moment the Bitcoin price starts moving like crazy, you're going to see the prices of the other cryptos that are cheaper and the newer projects go completely crazy. And just a couple coins that we've shared with you on these Saturday meetings already, just those calls can already make a huge difference. So is there any new projects that you've been looking at that you think is a good time to get into? And Dricus, I would also like your input there, buddy. I know you also research new projects there.
Hey Dricus, I don't mind bringing up a chart. So if you got something that we can look at, we can maybe just review the chart together.
All right, you can look at Moonbeam, GLMR.
Moonbeam. I think that's Glimmer, GLMR.
Yes,
Moonbeam. So it was only listed on Binance this week, so we don't have a lot of history. Was it on KuCoin for longer?
It might have been. I know it's been listed on Binance and Gate.io.
Yeah,
but this company seems to have a lot of potential.
Yeah,
we
don't have a lot of history on Moonbeam at the moment. So you can see even on KuCoin, it was only listed a few days ago. So same with Binance.
So, this one to keep an eye on. I've been doing a new series called Crypto Bullish. Now, how I do this is I've marked the top 300 coins. And each day I go in and I see which coins outside the top 300 has made massive moves. Now, Moonbeam, for one, has been out the top 300 and it's currently in the top 115 on market cap. Now, coins with that big of a move has potential. And since you're showing Moon River there, Moonbeam is related to Moon River and they're called twins.
Yeah. So
let me
explain how that works, right? So there is a blockchain called Polkadot, and then there's another sister blockchain called Kusama, right? So Kusama was what they call the canary blockchain. It was like the test blockchain, right? So Moon River is a layer 1 protocol. So it's similar to Ethereum, right? So Moon River, right, was deployed on Kusama, right, as the layer 1 solution. And in the same way that Moon River is the layer 1 solution for Kusama, Moonbeam is the layer 1 solution for Polkadot, right? That's my understanding of it.
Correct, yes.
Yeah. And so look, I am invested heavily into Moonbeam. I think this is a mega project. Wilson, I'm actually getting that same feeling now at $150 than what I actually got 12 months ago when we were looking to buy Ethereum, right?
Yes, I'm
getting
that same feeling as well.
Yeah,
Wesley, just looking at that chart, if you pull up the Fibonacci, it is probably close into the golden pocket to be buying.
Yeah, I mean, let's have a look here. Yep, there we go. Right in the golden pocket there, between the 618 and the 786. Spot on.
Oh, that's amazing, eh?
Right there, bang. You can see it's actually this over here. You know, buying the 786 on altcoins, right, is what makes multimillionaires in this business. If you buy on the 786 and you buy the right project with solid fundamentals, and if you've got the patience and the fortitude to hold, right, you will make millions in this business.
Wow, that's amazing, man.
And then
anything else there, guys?
The second one you can look at is Aurora.
What's the ticker there?
AURORA. The name is the ticker.
AURORA. Aurora.
No, it's only on OB.
Yeah, I got it. Also, this thing is pumping here, man. But also
it's pumping massively. And to give you guys an idea, Aurora provides Ethereum compatibility near protocol, scalable and industry-first user experience through 3 transactions. This company is just currently booming. If they can pull off everything they're aiming for, the average block time is less than 1 second. The transaction finality is less than 2 seconds. And the typical transaction cost is 0. So they're aiming big. They were also outside the top 300 coins, and they're currently standing in the top 150. So it's coins that's coming from nowhere, which is suddenly making big moves, who seems to have the potential for big things to come. Like anything, only time will tell, but it's coins that is giving us opportunities. There's only 1 billion coins in max supply and total supply on this coin, and it's already standing on $33. So where can this go? If it goes to the billions, it's a massive potential.
Okay, so in terms of buying this, right? I'm seeing here on the 4 hour, the stochastics are heading down. So I would probably look to buy on this 382 here. Yeah. So look, just a quick lesson is that never ever try and avoid buying things that are pumping. Rather wait for a correction, because we know that these things always come down to test support, right? And then once you get down to this level over here, that will be a good place to accumulate.
I have exactly the same ranges setting up to buy some. I haven't bought yet, but Moonbeam and Aurora are 2 coins I'm currently looking at.
Very good, very good.
Wow, thank you, Ďekas. I really like that, buddy. How cool is that for free transactions? You know, they could definitely make a dent in the market if they can pull that off.
For sure.
So that's a big thing. You know, we're paying transaction fees on all transactions. So I really like the sound of that. Free transactions. So that's definitely something I'm going to be looking into. Anything from your side there, Wes?
No, look, I think we actually called Phantom last week and we were in this buy zone. I indicated that the stochastics were on the bottom over here. And we had a lovely pump. Let's have a look here. This was, if you had bought when we told you to bought, you would be sitting in 30% profit now. So that's Phantom. Let's have a look at Luna. Yeah, I think continue to accumulate in the zone that's marked out here between 76, or I would say probably between $66 and $70. Yeah, I can see that. Luna's obviously made a bit of a lower high here, and I'm expecting a bit of ranging over here. So anytime that you drop into the zone, this is a top quality project. You should be looking to accumulate this with Luna. Okay. And let's have a look at quick Gala games, which I've also called here. Yeah, Gala games. Like I said, guys, don't ever be afraid to buy something in this golden pocket. Millionaires are made by accumulating coins in the 786. So over here, Gala Games is a good project now to pick up in these zones over here. I think that's it, Wilson, from my side.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. Yeah, what a great call on Phantom. And you know, for people that are new on the call, I see a couple people have joined us there. The reason why we do this on a Saturday morning is for people to understand how the flow of money works within crypto. And there's this pattern that keeps repeating itself. And the biggest thing here is for me that you guys understand the very first thing that you do with crypto is every month you need to buy and hold some. I don't care if you buy 500 Rands worth of Bitcoin every month. You could buy 500 Rands worth of Ethereum every month. You could buy 500 Rands worth of Solana every month, but take some money every month and go buy some of these tokens that we're talking about. Doesn't have to be a fortune, but forget about them. Come back to it in a year or 2 years, and you'll be pleasantly surprised what can happen.
Hey, Wilson,
yeah.
Wilson, I've actually got the spreadsheet that I've put together explaining exactly what you're talking about right now, right?
Please explain that to me, because this for me is the core of making money with crypto, especially if you're new into the game. And we're going to get into RoyalQ right now. But it's very important that my community that I have within this business is buying and holding some coin. I don't care which coin you pick. I mean, make sure it's the right project, even if it's just Bitcoin or Ethereum. If you do that and you do it every month, you'll make money. So take it away there, Wes.
So look, so what I've actually got is, what I've got over here is basically 2 scenarios, right? Where if you had just contributed $100 a month starting on the 1st of December 2019, right? This is actually what your ROI would be, right? Your ROI would be 435%, right? So there's absolutely no asset class in the world right now that beats cryptocurrency. right? Bitcoin is the best performing current asset, right, over the past decade, right? So this is just, if you had just not even bothered to look at the price, you just randomly buy $100, right, of Ethereum, $100 of Bitcoin once a month, every month. If you had done that from the 1st of December, right, you would have spent $2,600 there. Your profit would be $4,400. On Bitcoin, you would be 1.72x. On Ethereum, you would be almost 7x, right? Your combined portfolio, you would have earned $22,000 just from doing that.
Yeah, that's insane. So
and
I
also
really like that chart. You must please
I've got another
send it to
strategy
me,
here,
bro.
Wilson. I've got another
please.
strategy here, right? If you had just bought and hold, right, and basically if you had bought $1,000 once off on the 1st of December 2020, right, you just buy it and hold it, right? You would have made 3x your money, right? You would have made 127% ROI in Bitcoin, 462% on Ethereum. So yeah, you can see, again, you guys don't need to be master traders. You guys don't need to be master traders. The richest and wealthiest and most successful people in this industry are people that just do the basics right. It's about consistency, right? If you just consistently buy and hold Bitcoin, right? Don't even try and trade the market. Don't try and time the market. 99% of people lose money from trading, right? The tried and tested way to make money is just to buy and hold in this business, right? So there we go.
No, that gets me really excited, buddy. Please send that file to me. And yeah, it's the most important thing for me within the community that we have within RoyalQ. And we're going to do this every Saturday. I want to hammer it in so you understand. The first thing that you should be doing with crypto is taking some money every month and buying some. And how it works is that, yes, crypto is volatile. Sometimes the market crashes by 50%. Sometimes it goes up by 50%. So, if you're accumulating Ethereum, for example, you actually want the price to go down because at the end of the month, you can then buy more Ethereum than you bought the previous month. So it's a very good way to also get your head into a place that when the market is low, it's a good thing, not a bad thing. And this is where we need people to get to within RoyalQ. So, Wes, if you can just stop your screen share there and let me get straight into RoyalQ there. Well, do you still have something else to show us?
I can maybe add one more thing. The main thing with big investors is the fact they dollar cost average into long-term projects. They decide, for example, on each day of a certain month, they buy a X amount of crypto. Or they look at a certain indicator. Every time, for example, the stochastic which Wesley has up there, every time, say, for example, on the weekly chart, when it's totally oversold, they buy. So they set themselves an estimate or strategy which they keep on working with, and they just keep on buying. And the main thing they do, they don't look at their balance, because the moment they get into it, they decide to do it for years to come. And instead of looking in your balance and getting fear, they keep on buying and increasing their asset, because we all know over time crypto will go up in price, and that will push the investments up and up.
Yeah, Wilson, before I hand over to you, just one more thing I wanted to go over is Cardano, right?
Awesome.
And Wilson, are you there?
Yeah, awesome. Tell me what's going on there. That's also looking great.
So Cardano is had a very, very deep retracement. If we go and reclaim all-time high on Cardano, you're looking at about a 1.5x of your money, right? Or 2.5x of your money, right? So Cardano is in a great place to top up now. And we are going to get a Cardano season within the next 2 to 3 months. I think that we're going to not just reclaim this all-time high. I think we're going to make a new all-time high. So this is like a legendary place to actually be buying Cardano. Cardano isn't a Mickey Mouse coin. Cardano is actually in one of the top 10 coins in the world at the moment, right? So if you look over here, where is Cardano? Number 7, with a total market cap of $40 billion. This is a huge project. And to be able to actually accumulate Cardano at these levels here, right? So you're going to kick yourself once this thing starts to get going. Because I mean, it was not too long ago, right? Not too long ago where Cardano was, 11 cents. Look at it now. It made an all-time high of $3. This is a great project.
Just to add something there, if you now look at the dates of when last Cardano hit this point, and you see the gap between the two, I mean, buying Cardano now is like being able to buy it in, what was the date there? I just can't see it. It's like
February 21. Yeah,
so that's amazing. That's a really good point to buy Cardano. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, so look, have a look here, right? So here you made a high, here's another high. So potentially, where does this go to, right? These are kind of some of the zones later on in the year. Let me just draw this out. These are some of the zones later on in the year where we can expect to take some profits on Cardano up here, right?
Yeah, that's insane. So
we're looking at
that's crazy.
Right. So if we happen to get to those zones from the current place now, you're looking at so just give me a second here. You're looking at about 2 to 3x your money, right? So this is a really good project to actually get into, and obviously just a segue into Wilson now. I mean, in terms of a bot like RoyalQ, if you've got a DCA strategy on Cardano, just given where Cardano is going to be going over the next quarter, you can't go wrong with this. So I think that's it for me. I'm going to hand over to you, Wilson. Over to you, man.
You're an absolute champion, guys. Thank you so much, Δᵗ𝙗 and Wesley. I really appreciate the both of you. So this is my passion, guys. If you're new on the call, thank you for joining us. The very first thing you need to do with crypto is you need to buy some. Every month, you need to buy some. I don't care if you take 250 Rand. It's going to be hard for you to spend 250, but you can. Just buy some crypto. If you don't have money, let me show you how you can earn a lot of money and then you can buy as many crypto as you want. So as you all know, I'm very passionate about RoyalQ. So this journey within trading robots started for me at the beginning of the year. I got my teeth knocked out of me in promise to pay systems that ran away with my money. And a very good friend of mine and mentor told me that I need to start researching trading bots. Just because our funds is in our own wallet within an exchange and the company can't run away with your money. So that's what put me on this journey. So at the beginning of the year, between me, myself, Wesley, and a few other people, we've been testing a whole bunch of them. And there were two main issues with testing these bots. It's actually three main issues. The first issue was that they're very expensive, which is a problem. When I say very expensive, $50 to $150 a month. I'm in South Africa, that's not duplicatable. So that was the first issue that we found. The second issue was to actually get them running and making a profit is also very technical. And that's also not duplicatable. The third thing I found, which I actually never mentioned, me personally, I come from a networking background. None of them had a good referral system where you could actually do really well. So literally about 4 months ago, somebody shared RoyalQ with me and immediately I got super excited. It ticked every box. It's at the right price point. We've got full access to our funds in either 3 top exchanges, Binance, Huobi, or Coinbase Pro for all our friends in America. And it's plug and play. You can literally immediately start following a trader or trade manually with a bot and start earning instantly. So before I go into the detail of RoyalQ, please don't fall trap to this wall of shame of mine. Let me just get my full screen open here. So I could probably add another 20 companies to this actual screen here. It's really sad. All of these companies have died and run away with people's money. And it was like a bomb exploded next to me when I clicked that they all had the same business model. It's called Promise to Pay. And how they work is that you pay your money into a centralized pool. You don't have access to your total capital, and they give you a percentage return. So some of these companies give 5% a day. They don't last very long. Some of them give 0.5% a day. They've managed to last a bit longer, but 99.99% of any of these type of businesses, they're going to run with your money. And please don't fall trap to it. It's actually a rule that I've made. If people want to send me any opportunities, if it's not in the same lines of what I'm about to share with you, I won't look at it. If I don't have complete access to all my funds all the time in my own wallet, don't even bother sending me any opportunities. I won't look at it. It's the golden rule that's kept me from losing money. Since I've been applying this rule, I haven't lost a cent. So I'm going to stick by it. So this is a ticking time bomb, guys. It literally doesn't matter where you get in. If you're lucky, you get in early and you make some money. But at some point, this website will be offline or they'll stop allowing you to withdraw. And we are seeing it currently with 2 really, really big companies. And how this works is the reason why the promise to pay or promise to pray, that I would like to call it like my good friend Robert, business model fails. The price of Bitcoin either shoots up a lot or it drops a lot. And the whole community hits withdraw in one go and the company can't pay the payments. And guys, we see it time and again. So please, if anybody says, give me your money, I'll give you so much every day, run for the hills. So this is why I'm so excited about RoyalQ. So RoyalQ is an app on your phone that will trade the market for you 24/7 while you carry on with your daily living. And it's really, really clever what they built here. So it's very, very simple to use. In a nutshell, what the bot does is it buys coins as the price goes down, and then it sells when the price goes up in a profit. It buys low and it sells high. And it's just going to keep on doing that according to the specific algorithm that you're trading with. And there are many different strategies. So it's very simple to use. You can do one of 2 things with RoyalQ. If you're somebody like Wesley or 𝙏𝙝𝙖 Extreme that can trade, you can go do your market analysis and you can literally use the bot to do and buy and sell orders for you. So it's still trading semi-automated, but you go pick the coins that you want to trade. The second thing that you can do is you can follow 𝙏𝙗𝙖's circle. For example, Extreme started his own trading circle. I'm very proud of it. It's our first circle within my community. And you can now follow his trading strategy. And whenever his bot executes a trade, yours will follow. But he does not have the only strategy. Go research and see which trader you want to follow. There are many you can choose from. And it's dependent on how much money you want to trade with. So go do your research. But the beauty is there's not one trading strategy that's wrong. They will all make money if you are patient, because this bot cannot sell at a loss. Just know that. Some trades will close 10 or 20 or 100 times in a day because they're moving. Some trades might take 2 or 3 months to close. But over time, every trade that you have open will close in profit because that's how the bot works. So the main reason why I liked RoyalQ and jumped on it immediately is the actual subscription fee. So the bots we've tested is expensive. Some of them, I mean, at $120 a year, guys, that's the same as what it's going to cost you to run Netflix. That's $10 a month. And it's an app that you can download on the App Store or the Play Store, and it runs off your phone. So that got me really excited. $120 is affordable almost anywhere in the world. And I'm going to show you now how you can earn within RoyalQ even if you don't have any money. So just to explain to you exactly how the bot works. So on the left-hand side, you see you've got your RoyalQ app. There's an asset wallet within your RoyalQ app that's actually a Tron USDT wallet. And whenever this bot closes a trade in profit, and only when it closes a trade in profit, It will ask you a trader strategy fee that you see there. It says 2%. I must be honest, some of the traders ask anything from 1 to 2.5%. And it's going to charge you a 20% fuel fee of your profits. And this gets deducted within your asset wallet within RoyalQ. It can't move money from your exchange on the right-hand side. So let's just understand this quickly. The app is on your phone. You see there's an API key binding it to Binance, UB, or Coinbase Pro. How that works is it's just a link. It's a piece of code that connects RoyalQ to your exchange. Now, you set up this API key within the exchange and you set permissions for it. So this actual API key, the way we set it up, it can only buy and sell on your behalf. It can't withdraw. So it's really, really secure. And guys, Binance, Ruby, and Coinbase Pro are not Mickey Mouse companies. I'm very secure. I feel a lot more secure having my funds sitting there than anywhere else. And with the API key, even if people have your API keys, they still can't withdraw money out of your funds. They're going to need to actually have your login details, your 2FA, and your email address access to get into your exchange account. So it's really, really safe. So just to make this clear, RoyalQ can't take money out of your exchange account. If there's any deductions that happen, it happens within your asset wallet within RoyalQ. Now, this 20% fuel fee, that is what gets me really excited with what they've done here. Firstly, the company has a share in that 20%. So the way this has been designed, if this ever goes offline, the company loses money that they make every second, because when bots move, they get paid. And then a huge portion of this 20% gets distributed through the network when leaders start taking action, or when people start taking action and they become leaders. And then you start earning when bots start moving underneath you. So let me go explain to you exactly how that works. So just to make something very, very clear, if you have money, great. You don't have to ever build a team. You never have to recruit a single person. You can just put money into the bot and it will trade. Just know that you will have to top up your asset wallet from time to time, because when the bot closes a trade in profit, there's going to be money deducted there. On the flip side of that, if you don't have money, you don't have to invest money into the bot and start trading. You can just pay for your subscription at $120 for the year. Your link gets active and you can start getting busy and building a business. That's exactly what I'm doing. So let me show you how exciting they put this together. So this little chart that you see in the bottom right-hand corner, V1, V2, V3, and then Royal Partner. So the black part of the chart is the startup reward. So that means if you refer people, you get a bigger chunk every time you level up, depending on the rules that I'm going to touch on now. The thing that excites me about this compensation plan is the golden charts on the right-hand side, which is team percentage reward when the bots trade. And this is exciting, guys. If you get stuck in here, you dedicate 1 year of your life to building RoyalQ, you'll create a passive income that's hitting your account every second. And I'm going to show you when I'm done exactly what happened to my account this week, because I'm quite excited. So just to explain to you how these levels work. The moment you've paid for your subscription and your $120 is paid and your bot's license active, you become a V1 member. Then you can immediately start bringing people into our calls and you can start earning. When they register, you get $30 directly immediately. It's done. The payments are done through a prepaid smart contract, so it's instant. There's nobody that needs to press the button or approve payments or withdrawals for that matter. Then you also earn a 20% off the 20% that gets deducted in that fuel fee on V1. Guys, on V1, there's no magic happening yet. This is where I want you to push to get to. And you need people to get there with you, because you're going to see how this works in a minute. So to become a V2 member, you need 3 direct referrals and 20 people indirectly underneath you. The moment you V2, you get $40 on direct referrals. Now we're earning 30% off the 20 that gets deducted in that fuel fee. And guys, it becomes this constant flow of money hitting your account because there's bots moving underneath you. Plus, we're earning a $10 every time somebody joins our structure until a leader catches up to us. And $10 is not a lot, but at this moment in time, now we start earning for work that we're not doing, which is exciting. So why am I saying you need to get friends that's going to get you to this level? I only rise when you rise. This is a team sport. You can't pay to get to high levels. You need to work for it. So I'm currently V3. And to get to V3, you need 5 direct referrals. 3 of them need to be V2 and 100 people indirectly in your team. So we rise together. If you can't lead people, you're not going to get to the higher levels. It's as simple as that. Yeah, you need to show leadership qualities. So a big thing that we figured out is that we thought that the 3 V2s that you need to get to V3 needs to be direct referrals. And it's not true. You need 3 V2s just in their own legs, anywhere in that leg. So this means you sign up Johnny signs up his wife signs up Ibrahim, and he signs up 50 people and becomes a V2. That counts. Then you just need 2 more legs like that. So you need 3 network marketing legs, if you want to call it that, but anywhere in that leg, a person can come in and become a V2 and it counts. And that is massive, guys. It's a lot easier to do that than to have your direct referrals needing to upgrade with you. So the moment you're at V3, you start earning $50 on actual registrations. You start earning 40% off the 20 that gets deducted in a fuel fee. You get the $20 every time somebody activates in your network. I just want to make something very clear here. It depends on the people underneath you if you're going to get $20. If you've signed up a direct referral and they bring in people and they're not V2, you'll get $20. The moment they go V2, you'll only get 10. So just understand that there's a profit split that happens on this $20. Don't think that you went V3. When anyone comes into your business, it's going to be a $20. It needs to be your own direct referrals. I hope that makes sense. So you also get a pairs reward. So we figured out exactly how that works. There was a miscommunication in exactly how that works until we got to V3. So the moment somebody in any of your legs that you're building become V3, you don't earn that $10 anymore. You then start earning a percentage every time they bring in people. I think it's $1.50 or $2. I haven't seen it myself yet because I haven't had anyone get to V3 yet, but I think there's about 3 people pending that should be V3 within the next month, and we'll see exactly how that bonus works. So that's the compensation plan. There's still a V4. This is now the next level that I'm chasing. There's a V5, and then this is where it gets very real very quickly. You get to V6, you earn off the whole community. And as we said here right now, there's already 1 million people in RoyalQ. Their target is to do 5 million people by the end of the year. And I wouldn't be surprised if they get past that figure and go closer to 10, because it is really, really growing quickly. And this is where the real money is. We've seen guys on this level making $10,000 a day, and entry-level earnings on V6 is like $1,500 a day. So this is where you want to get to. But how do you get here? It's very easy, guys. You only get there by helping people to get to V2. The moment they get to V2 and they level up to V2, they start seeing that money gets made and they start working harder. It's how this thing was designed. It's very clever how they put this together. All you need to do is get people to V2. And the more people you get to V2, the more legs you're going to have that's going to be working that you'll earn on. So that's the only target. Get to V2, get 3 people to V2, and you're on your way to V3. And you only need 3 legs all the way to 6. Look at V6, you need 20 direct referrals, and just 3 need to become V5. And know that it's not direct referrals that need to be V5, just somebody in a line. And there must just be 3 lines. So my personal target is to get here by my 40th, which is the 7th of May this year. I'm halfway there, and I really want you to join me on this journey. You know, you put 12 months into RoyalQ, it will change your life. I'm seeing people buying properties, buying cars, buying businesses, and they're doing it within a 6-month period. The guy that made $1 million within RoyalQ first, $1 million profit, did it in 7 months. If you can just do 1/10 of that in your first year, it's already millions. So that's pretty much it from me. The only thing I want to go show you, just to get you excited about how this actual compensation plan works, because it's very important that you click what we found here and you start working, because people are going to be paying expensive for crypto in the next 2 months. We just saw in the market analysis that we are at the right place. Take action right now. If you've spoken to people and they're not in yet, explain to them what's coming in the market. Get people in now within the next 2 weeks while the price is still low. You don't want to take action when Bitcoin is at 80K. So there's a huge opportunity for people that get in now to make a lot of money over the next 3 months. Let me just allow myself to get into the Zoom here. For some reason, it's now not doing that. Just bear with me there, guys. There we go. So this was the first week where I saw the power of networking RoyalQ.
Hey, Wilson, we lost your presentation, buddy.
Say again? Say again? Just give me a second. Just give me a second.
Your presentation's off, man.
Yeah, no. My presentation is going to be off. I quickly just want to log into my RoyalQ app and just show you guys what's going on there. Just trying to get into the actual meeting. There we go. So, yeah, like I said, this is now the first time this week where I saw the power of building a network within RoyalQ. So, as you all know, I've been busy with this for about 4.5 months. I'm currently not trading with my bot, guys. I'm getting to V4 and then I'm putting $1,000 every 10 days into my trading account. So the money that I'm earning is just of me building a team. So if I can just quickly show you what's been going on this week. So yesterday I hit my record day. It was $76 for the day. The day before I did 54. On the 11th was a really slow day. It was $6. But I mean, if I just go back, this is what's pretty much been happening in my account since I've been V3. But yesterday was super special for me because I thought a bunch of people activated yesterday. And if I quickly go into my activation bonus, you will see that the last time I got an activation bonus was on the 14th, which was yesterday, where I made my most money was off the trading in my team's results. So you'll see there that I made $65 just on the bot trading underneath me, which completely blew my mind because the market haven't really moved yet. Can you now imagine the market starts pumping and all these trades that are open at the moment underneath me starts closing? I mean, $65 while I was sleeping was not too shabby. And then, of course, the record since I got started, I've never made more than $70 in a day. So it was $76. And my goal now is to get to $100. Guys, my bot's not even trading. And people ask me, why don't you have money in the bot? Let me show you why. So this is the asset wallet. I'm a networker, guys. This is what I do. I love building teams and looking after them. Go look at that team qualification. I've been chasing passive income my whole life. Literally, I want to sit and money must come in while I do nothing. Now go look at the times there on team qualification. You see the date? 12:02:31, 12:02:29, 11:59:50, 11:57:20, 11:57:09, 11:54:11. Can you see little bits of money hitting my account all the time? I mean, I would like to see exactly how many payments hit my account just on 11 o'clock. And I have a very small team, guys. I mean, there's people with teams of 50,000 people in their teams. And as your team grows, this actual payments hitting your account just speeds up. You start getting money every split second, and like 3 payments every split second. When you get to making $1,000 a day, there's money hitting your account 24/7, 7 days a week. It doesn't stop. Okay, yes, there's some days like you guys saw that, I mean, there's days that we do really well and there's days that we're not doing that well. But if we're looking at the bigger picture, the people who are serious about building this business will create a stream of income that will keep on flowing and it won't stop. And you can even walk away from RoyalQ after you got there and it's still going to be coming in. This is the only system that I've found that in a very short period of time, you can get to the $100 a day and then the $1,000 a day. When you get to $1,000 a day, your kids are taken care of. And people are doing it here within 3 to 6 months. The average person might take a year to get there, maybe even 2 years. But you get to V4, it's already double digits. I mean, on V3, I'm almost getting to $100 a day. On V4, I make $100 a day and more. And when the market picks up, maybe even 500 to 1,000. So in closing, this opportunity ticked every box for me. It's cost effective. You can't lose your funds. Even if something happens with RoyalQ, my funds aren't lying with them. And we can follow a multitude of traders and go do your research. When you go start picking traders, we'll help you. I really like Extreme's trading strategy. His circle is awesome because he's not trading the unknown coins. He only trades the top 20, but it's completely up to you how you want to trade and what your risk appetite is. So thank you so much for your time. We've now been busy for just over an hour. And all I can say is the time is now. The market is waking up. The fact that I saw a $65 sitting there from the trading that's happening underneath me is showing me that some of these coins are starting to move. And we haven't even seen the move in the market yet. It's coming. So thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, please fire away. If you need any help with anything, I'm here. Hi there. Hi there. How can I help you?
Hi, Wilson. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you there, buddy.
Sure. Wilson, it's just a suggestion. Thank you so much for the beautiful presentation.
Awesome. Thanks, Mark.
I have Extreme. Actually, my suggestion is to Extreme.
Okay.
To ask if he could, update us on the trading every Saturday when we do this call, if that is possible. If not possible, it's okay. But, since we do a call on Saturday with you doing the presentation, Wesley, sharing information about the coins. So I was wondering if Extreme could update us on what is happening with the trading on Royal.
Well, he's actually on the call, so it's completely up to you, Jikas. It would actually be cool if we can see what's going on in your circle.
Yes, of course. I can give you a bit of information. To give you guys an idea, it's very hard to give an update on the circle due to the fact that everyone comes in at a different period of time. So everyone's scenario and their trading is going to be different compared to mine. Like, for example, everyone that followed me on the Telegram group, my returns differ from every single one. And there was a lot of complaints because people was making less than me. Some days, a lot of people was making more than me. And that brought in confusion due to the fact that we entered the market in different periods of time. Currently, my strategy is still running, while other traders are on hold currently if you got in at all-time highs. So far, I'm happy. The coins are working. We're making profits. Getting in at the beginning, the profit's a little bit slow due to the market that has dropped, but it's still circling and moving around. Then also, I'm working on a second strategy, $100 strategy per coin, but there is going to come a system with it because it's a long-term investment strategy. I hope that answers your question, Abraham.
Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you so much, Extreme. Yeah, that is very, very helpful. if possible, if we could just give us this brief summary every Saturday, that will be appreciated. Thank you so
I will
much.
do. I'll give you an update on what I made, but it is probably going to be different from what you've made or Wilson has made or anyone who has followed me.
Yeah, it's very important that people understand this. You know, you've got a strategy. The people that got into your strategy when the market was lower, when you got in, is making more money than you.
Exactly.
The people that got in when the market was higher than when you got in is making less money than you. So right now, where we are right now with the price of cryptos, now is the time you want to activate some pairs or open a second account and open more pairs because the market is low. And the moment the market starts popping, you make more. This is why I tell people to don't aggressively just throw money at RoyalQ. Open a couple pairs, make sure there's some funds sitting aside. If the market drops, you open up a couple more. If the market drops again, you open up a couple more. Because you want to try and get in right at the bottom. Because if you can get that right, then you'll see sparks fly. So just know that. Yes, we can show results, but it's dependent on at what time you got into the market. So it's just an indication what was done on that account. But people within that community will either earn more or less depending on whether they got in at a lower point or a higher point.
To give an idea, what you said is exactly correct. What every one of us did in the beginning was we had the X amount of money. Let's take, for example, I had $3,000. I got in and I immediately opened 10 pairs for $300 each. What we came to learn now is if you have $3,000 and the strategy of the trader you're following is $300 per pair, try and open a new bot weekly because you're going to get different entry points. And that's going to create a better opportunity. It's something we didn't know in the beginning, but it's something that now makes a lot more sense because opening all 10 bots at the same time, if the market drops, all 10 of them drop. If the market goes up, all 10 goes up. But if you can basically dollar cost average your funds into the market and the trading, it's creating different scenarios and different opportunities with all the different coins. The new strategy I'm working on is going to be based on this kind of strategy. But I'm working on it and it's still a little bit away, but it's going to create opportunities.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, the biggest thing just here is to be patient, guys. Like I said, this bot can't sell at a loss. So if you're willing to wait, then you're definitely going to make money. It can't sell at a loss. So just be patient. The last thing you should be doing is if the market drops, to go into the bot and press sell. If you sell out manually, you are going to take a hit. If you just let it sit there, at some point, the market's going to recover on that price and it's going to start cutting profits. So it's a patience game, but yes, Driekus is absolutely right. When we got started in RoyalQ, we told people, put all your money in immediately. We learned now over time, that's not the best advice. Put in some money when the market goes down. Put in some more when the market goes down. Make sure you take your investment amount that you have and you split it over 3 or 4 portions. So there's always funds for when we see this major retracement in the market or pullback, then there's funds to actually get in at a lower point because then your bot's always going to be running like this. We're seeing that at the moment. So I hope that's very clear.
Got to remember.
I don't know if you maybe want to add something there. Sorry, Extreme.
One last thing, sorry. Got to remember, we're seeing potential in crypto to keep on growing for the next coming years. So if the market goes down or below or you're stuck and not making profits currently, it means you've dropped underneath your last entry. But with patience, it's key. We've seen statistically every 4 years, crypto is printing a new all-time high. I don't say we're going to wait 4 years to see a new all-time high. It can be tomorrow for all we know. But the patient is key. Remember, it's costing you $120 a year. The moment you've made more profit than that, you're beating the banks already. So patient is key. Just let it run. I've seen a lot of people following different traders. They've gone below their latest margin call. They're stuck for a week and they go and close those calls. on trades to go and follow someone else. So they're starting on a loss. You're sitting with the asset. You haven't lost anything. You only devalued. And when the market is going back up, that asset works for you and it's gaining profits.
No, that's the most important thing. You've got the coin. It's just the price point that has shifted. So that's very, very important. Hi, Wesley.
Yeah, so look, just good comments there from both of you. Just to kind of build on to what Dricus had said there. Guys, just remember, right? Remember that in this game, right, the creation of wealth, how is wealth created in this game? Wealth is basically the transfer of financial resources from impatient hands to patient hands, right? The best thing, the best strategy in this game, having a long-term view, having convictions, and having patience, right? Patience will be rewarded in this business, and a lack of conviction and uncertainty is going to be punished, right? In this business. So the best thing that you can do is work on your convictions, stay connected to the community, and just be patient. These things always come around, and you are sitting on a financial asset here that's already hundreds of times better than the current cash system, right? There's a lot of money to be made in the short term. You just need to be patient.
To add on that, Wesley, if you look at the current news of the last 2 weeks, while the market has been dropping, the retailers has been selling, but the whales has been accumulating. What does that tell you? If whales are accumulating crypto, it means there's high potential for the market to go much further and last much longer.
No, definitely. I'm so glad you brought this into the equation, Dricus, because this is the market sentiment. This is what irritates me with how the whole world looks at crypto. The whole world want to get into crypto when Bitcoin goes 100K. That is the riskiest part. But when nobody talks about crypto, exactly where we are now, nobody gets in. And if you go look at the data and you go see, where's the big money going? Yes, the people that are newbies that know nothing about crypto, they're getting scared, they're getting out. But the big chunks aren't leaving. The guys are holding or buying more. And you can go look for that chart. I actually saw it on another Zoom this week. So that to me is very positive. The whales are accumulating. So who do you want to act with? Like, do you want to act like the consumer that knows nothing, that's rather going to exit the market at a loss? Or do you want to act like the big whale investor that makes the billions, that buys when the market is down? And it's that mental switch that people need to get to. They need to understand, when the market's greedy, take profit. When the market is fearful, be greedy, buy some more. And we're right there. So I think everybody here should really understand how fortunate they are being in crypto at this time, and just accumulate some. If you don't have money, get into RoyalQ, start building a team, take some of those profits and accumulate some crypto. Take some of that money, let RoyalQ trade for you. But the goal for me with this group that we've created is for us to grow over a long period of time. I'm not in it for the short term. Like I want us to rise. That's all I want us to do. And this is why this meeting on a Saturday is so important for me, because the other meetings that I host is strictly RoyalQ, how to set up, how to do the presentation. Saturdays is important for me. I need you guys to understand how to work with crypto, how to look at it, how to look at RoyalQ, and yeah, just like Wesley said, the money moves from the people who are patient to the people who are not, and it's just this like flow that happens. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it from me, guys. Yes, Wes?
One thing I wanted to talk about is, and I always like to end the calls on this point, is about the community, right? It's everybody's responsibility to actually participate and contribute to the community, right? Because at the end of the day, this is also a social trading app, and it is a team sport, right? And half of the fun that we have here, and honestly, look, sometimes we are serious, but there's a lot of times that we have a lot of fun while we're doing the business. And part of that is actually building the community, right? So Wilson really spends a lot of time going to extreme lengths just to make sure that you guys are empowered and have the correct tools and processes. So myself, Wilson, and Extreme, we are all obviously here at your guys' disposal. So please make use of the systems and the tools that we're making available to you guys. You guys don't need to pitch the materials to your leads, right? Wilson can probably, if I wake him up at 3 o'clock in the middle of the morning, you'll probably be able to give this presentation, right? That's how many times he's done it. So you guys don't need to think about it. You guys don't need to worry about it. All that you need to do is just invite people, right? And we're going to, because we can't do this by ourselves, right? And if you guys don't come on the journey with us, then we can't succeed, right? So, and that's the attitude that you guys should be having to your downline as well. Like each one needs to bring one, right? And then that's the way that we're going to grow this community. Simple.
No, definitely. Oh, thank you so much, Wesley. 𝙏𝙗𝙖𝙣, Extreme. I'm so excited for the call that we had. I think it's one of the best ones we've had so far. And please get plugged in here, guys. This was my last meeting for the week. Quite excited. I've got my little ones here with me. So let's take this in for a landing. Thank you so much for everyone who's still on the call an hour and a half later. That shows me that you guys are serious, and just that in its own gets me excited. Please engage with me if we can help with anything. And just thank you for taking the time on a Saturday. We're back at it next week. I have my presentation for the actual just RoyalQ on Wednesday. We do help with activations on Thursdays. It has been quiet just because people are still getting back from the holiday mode. And then we do this workshop on a Saturday morning. So get plugged in, get your friends plugged in, start working this business, guys. You put 12 months into RoyalQ, it will change your life. It will change your kids' lives. We're seeing it every day.
Yeah. And look, there's Wilson's got his group, Extreme has got his group, I've got my group. We are active 24/7 on Telegram. Even if you just come into one of our groups, there's always coins and informations and video and everything that you need, right? All of the tools that you guys need to succeed are available here free for you guys to use. So, like I said, get involved, get people into the communities, get people into the Telegram groups, and let's make this happen.
Awesome, man. Wesley, thank you for your time. I know it's already late there for you in Australia. You guys must have an amazing weekend, and we'll touch base again next week. And yeah, hope we get some really nice green candles this week. Have an awesome weekend there, guys.
Awesome. Thanks, Wilson. Have a good one.
Cheers, man.